for.
Baby, it's too late. Come on, get to it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what side of the world you're in. I'm HalfLifeSistah, and this is my hubby Wolf King.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to my channel and to another episode of Sister and the Wolf Reaction. So this is a patron request by my sweet, beautiful gnome, who's been a very faithful patron of mine, supporter of mine, since day one of our patron account.
Yep.
Hi, beautiful.
We're going to catch up on as many as we can for you, Gnome. We're going to do Skunk Anansie and Igor. I missed the gathering on the list. I didn't realize it was after Igor, so I apologize. So we'll get to that as soon as we can.
I just want to say that, thank you to Gnome, because she's been very faithful and very patient with us. She understands how we flow here on my channel, and she's very, very patient. So I truly appreciate you for being that way. Thank you so very much.
Well, pretty much all of our supporters have been
They
pretty patient.
all are. That is true. That is true. But when I get messages like, take your time when you get a chance, I think this is so sweet and endearing, and it just shows that, yeah, our patrons, our supporters are really, they love us, and they totally get the way we roll over here.
Yeah,
so.
I promise you we are working the fast as we can.
We really are.
But obviously the reason why we're a little slower is I like to have some fun with these videos, edit them, and then try to make them as entertaining as possible. There's plenty of reaction channels, so I figure we try to make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun, and I hope you guys enjoying it. Seems like you guys are. So this one was funny, seeing it on the list, because it was I had one of those where are they now moments, if I'm being honest, because Skunk Anansie, my one and only interaction with her was in that movie Strange Days. You ever see Strange Days?
No, I don't think so.
It came out in like the mid-90s. It was a James Cameron written movie. It was directed by his ex-wife, Catherine Bigelow, the Amazon who did The Hurt Locker. I saw her in the movie. She sang in the movie. She sang this song called...
Really?
Oh, what is it called? They're selling Jesus again. Okay, yes, they're selling Jesus, I think it was.
Okay.
And this was 95-ish, so this was still where the internet was just kind of starting in the home, but you couldn't just go and Google anyone who mildly piqued your interest.
Right.
So I saw this movie, which... underrated movie, by the way. It was a flop in the box office. Made an impression on me because it was Angela Bassett at peak hotness.
Ooh.
If those which made a very impression on me, because she had
an impression on me too.
But if you haven't seen her in this movie, you haven't seen her.
God.
After that, she completely disappeared off my radar, and honestly, I've never forgotten her, because she obviously left an impression in that A, the song was cool, B, she looked cool as hell in the movie, because she had like this
head also?
Yes, and she had like this white paint. Like, you would remember her if you saw her in that movie.
Gotcha.
Okay. I recall she had like maybe like a white face paint with like a cross or something like that. Very, very impactful.
Okay.
So she certainly left an impression.
Gotcha.
But since then, it's like life goes on, and I swear I've not heard a peep from her since then.
Did you know she had a band?
Well, Skunk is the band, but if I'm being honest, I thought that was her name.
Okay.
In the, I thought that was her name.
Right, and so that's why I asked if you knew that she had a band.
Well, I know now she has a band, but
gotcha.
Back then I didn't. In preparing for this reaction, like I said, I did a whatever happened to in my mind, and of course, yes, she has a band.
Awesome.
Yes, that's not her name. Her name is Skin. And she's a British artist, and maybe that's why she fell off of my radar, because maybe she's more popular in Britain than she is in the States. But they had a period where they broke up, did some solo work.
Okay.
I believe she's a feminist. I believe she's lesbian. And actually sounds like a very interesting person.
Oh, really?
But like I said, I've never came across her again, other than my memory of that moment I had with her.
Wow.
So it's nice to revisit her, and it's nice to actually maybe listen to more than just that song that I heard. I think she did another song on that album, because I actually did like the soundtrack of that album, and I used to listen to it a lot. So I'm very curious.
What genre is this song?
According to the wiki.
Wiki what?
Wiki what?
What'd you say? Wiki what? Okay.
British rock band
Uh-huh.
whose members include Skin,
Okay. Yeah.
Cass, who's the bassist,
Okay. Hey.
Ace, the guitarist,
Okay.
and Mark Richardson, the drums.
Okay.
The name is taken from Akan folk tales of Anansie and Spider-Man of Ghana, and Skunk added to make the name nastier. Okay, so Skunk is just meant to be nasty, but Anansie is an Akan folktale character. He often takes the shape of a spider and is considered to be the spirit of all knowledge of stories. Taking the role of trickster, he is also one of the most important characters of West African and African American Caribbean folklore. So not Spider-Man in the sense of the superhero, but in the sense of a folktale told generation after generation.
Okay, so now what's the genre?
In Africa and the Bahamas. They say British rock band.
So it's alternative rock, indie. It says actually alternative rock,
Oh, you're looking at the bottom
indie
right?
rock, hard rock, alternative metal is what they are. So
Okay.
there's something like I guess you can say progressive.
Or they might just be alternative rock.
I think they're progressive. I'm pretty sure they're.
Well, wouldn't it
sound
say progressive?
You know, listen here. I think that with all that stuff mixed up.
I feel like if they're
Gotta
progressive,
have a
they would just
progressive
say they're
sound.
progressive.
I mean, we'll see.
I guess everything's a little
I'm all
progressive
changing people's
now.
genres and stuff.
Like they gave you the whole list, and you just
They
like.
literally gave me.
I'm just gonna say they're
everything.
progressive. I've never heard a single note, but I'm just gonna
Oh
say they're
my
progressive
goodness.
because why not?
Okay.
I like the short skirt of yours.
Thank you.
All right, the
They're there. Okay.
regroup.
All right.
Formulation in early years,
I'm sorry.
the group played its first gig in London Splash Club in '94.
Baby, it's too late. Come on, get to it. Chop chop.
And at the award ceremony, you know what? I'm gonna learn to read, and then I'll try this again later. I could tell by the title of her stuff that she has
She's
some
out the
things to
box,
say and some
Yes,
opinions.
she's very progressive. She's out the box. She has definitely a voice, and she's using it. I love that. How tall is she?
Let's give it a go. What do you think?
Let's do it finally.
Let's give it a go.
Let's do it.
Oh God,
I love that dirty sound.
I can't stand roaches.
I can hear.
Okay, I'm getting a Nine Inch Nails vibe. Little Pretty Hate Machine.
I like that distorted sound.
It's a lovely bass line.
Woo! I love her voice.
Yeah, she's got a pretty voice.
Ooh. Okay. Man. Wow. Woo!
Got violins, organs, a lot going on in the landscape of the music. Like a little tool in there now.
Her voice.
Sister. It is nasty, isn't it?
I love this. I love this. Wow.
Cool video too. 1999.
Oh. Wow.
All right. Been sleeping on her. That's my bad. I mean, it's kind of weird. There was no reason for me not to like look her up at any point in the future because I love that song. But clearly, there's more. There's more that needs to be explored here.
That was so interesting.
Yeah,
It was
there's.
so beautiful.
Yeah, it had a new metal vibe. It had a. I heard
did.
Tool. I heard Nine Inch Nails. I
And
heard
you
Linkin
heard
Park.
Tool is a progressive band.
Uh,
And that's why I say I'm pretty sure, to me, they're teetering along the lines of a progressive band, a progressive sound.
yeah, I mean, I can't argue
you
that
guys agree?
there was nothing progressive in there.
Exactly.
There was a lot of
I knew it.
transitions there. There was a lot of
Yes,
layering.
it was. Indeed, baby.
The organs, the violins, the kind of orchestral sound
Yeah.
that they peppered throughout the song
Good stuff.
gave it a nice atmosphere.
Oh, definitely, it did. Thank you for that. Exactly.
And her voice was sexy, but
Sexy,
also had
soothing,
some pain
angelic.
rawness in it.
Yeah.
What I found also interesting is that her voice was clean even when she started to sing with more passion and
Right.
more anger
Yeah.
and more and it got louder,
Right.
but it didn't turn into something like Maria Brink in this moment. In this moment, right?
I agree.
Where it didn't get growly or like
Right.
distorted.
She didn't take it there.
She took her voice up there,
Not to
and
that-
she took her energy there, but she
Right.
didn't convert it. She kept it clean, which
That's
is an
what I mean, she
interesting
didn't take it there.
take on that, right?
I enjoyed that so much.
And her voice sounded great there as well, and you still got a good impact
Yeah.
on the emotion of the song without it.
A lot of emotion.
Yeah, without the distortion in the vocals, I guess you can say, which is interesting.
Indeed.
You know, the song itself from 99, I guess it's a little dated in the
Wow.
recording where, you know, maybe it didn't sound as crisp as if it was recorded today, like I would love to hear this song with modern day recording where the orchestra and the guitar and everything were a bit more in my face, right? But you could still
really good.
no, it sounded excellent, and you could still hear what was going on
But I
and
can
everything.
imagine if it was recorded today's
Yeah.
time. The bass, I would say, was so good.
Yeah.
The
It
drumming
was
really
front and
good.
center. It was.
definitely front and center.
I don't know if you could if this is a bass-led band, but this song was certainly bass-led in the sense that it was front and center. It kind of set the tone for the song.
It did.
And the industrial elements at the beginning,
Beautiful song.
made me think of Nine Inch Nails, but it kind of created, like I said, that atmosphere and mood. And the video, with her kind of floating in that matrixy reverse,
I love that.
was interesting and
Very much so.
created some mystery as well.
Wow, I want more from her.
The song itself is Charlie Big Potato is a funny title for a song. I don't know what that means. I heard Sistah, which I thought was amusing. I'm wondering if she picked it because of that. Like it made her think of Sistah. But the lyrics are, I awake from blood-thickened dreams, washing blame from my knees. That line already evokes a lot of weird things in my mind.
Wow, talk to me.
What does it evoke in yours? Because maybe we're thinking the same thing.
Read it again.
I awake from blood-thick dreams, washing blame from my knees.
Wow, that could mean a lot of things.
It can.
A lot
Both
of
sexual
things.
and religious.
Yes, exactly.
So we are thinking the same thing.
We are.
Okay. Religious in the sense that, you pray on your knees.
Right.
But also from a sexual point of view where you have regret, you were just on your knees and you're having these.
Double meaning.
It's very gross either way when you're thinking about it in that context.
Yes, it is.
Softly done, so secretly, I'm awake as Charlie sleeps. Now that's just on the nose. I don't know, because now I'm thinking Charlie is a person.
Yes.
Okay, so a lone brother, a lone sister, a home cover alone. Okay, let's maybe step back and finish the lyrics before we continue from here. I awake, dry the scream, spit the vile breath till my tongue bleeds. Thanks it all gone, famously broke the hard girl, good to please. These lyrics are not comfortable.
They're not.
A lone brother, a lone sister, a home cover alone. Tell it like it is, tell it like it is. Tell the sordid truth, tell them, tell it like it is, tell it like it is. So this is the chorus here. A lone brother, a lone sister, home cover. I don't think I want to speculate as to what that song means.
Yeah.
I think that we're good.
We're good.
I think it's certainly up for interpretation.
Definitely.
We're clearly getting some very uncomfortable vibes from it.
Mm-hmm.
And only she knows what it truly means, I guess. Songwriters Deborah Ann Dyer, Mark Richardson, Martin Kent, and Richard Lewis. So Mark, I believe, was that drummer. So he partly wrote that song. The album was from Post Orgasmic Chill. Okay. Alright, without getting too weird with the lyrics, I'm curious. Put in your comments what you think the song means.
Yes, please and thank you.
We're kind of feel like we're gonna go down a rabbit hole that we
right
probably
here.
don't want to go.
Stop here.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on to her next request, which
I'm
is
excited for
Igor.
that one,
So join us for that. And
Love you, baby. Thank you.
thank you. I'm gonna explore her again. That was cool. I can't believe it took me 25 years to listen to another one of her songs, and it was totally worth the wait.
It was, right?
It was good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it immensely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you have anything you want to add to what you've just experienced?
No, you said a lot.
Oh, okay.
And I agree with everything you said. Yes. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up. Comment below. Do not leave without subscribing, and also share our content as well.
And ding the bell.
Yes,
So you get notified.
Exactly.
We only post 1 or 2 times a week, so we're not going to get inundated with tons of
You
spam.
won't get inundated, not us, but you won't be inundated with a whole lot of
You know what I mean.
notifications and stuff.
Yeah, and as always.
As always, keep it metal, metal forever, baby. Love you guys.
Bye now.
Bye.